Alright guys, got a new pedal for you today. Now I've been reviewing some of the new Joyo pedals recently, specifically the ones from the new Revolution series. I did the Tauren pedal a little while ago, and I actually saw this pedal, the Uzi pedal, reviewed recently on a buddy of mine's channel, Dan Thompson over at the Guns and Guitars YouTube channel. He was raving about this, and so I really wanted to check it out for myself. Now this is a nice, high gain, very metal friendly pedal. Now it's not the highest of high gain pedals, but the thing that really impresses me about it is it gives you a lot of gain while still retaining a lot of clarity and detail in the tone. A lot of high gain pedals, when you crank them all the way up, they start to get sort of fuzzy sounding or very compressed sounding, and you lose the detail, and also sometimes you get a lot of extra noise that you don't always want. This pedal, it keeps the clarity, it keeps the articulation in the tone, and it doesn't introduce a lot of extra, bad, feedback noise and stuff like that that's difficult to control. So if we check out the controls here, it's pretty straightforward with one exception. So now up here we've got a volume control, standard gain control over here. Down here we've got three controls for the EQ settings, a low, mid, and high. And then over here, this little one on the right here is a bias control. Now this control is really cool because it allows you to kind of morph the overall tone of the pedal between a more American sound. By that I mean a very kind of a more open, kind of more balanced sound. If you turn it the other way, you get a much more British sound. So it's a little bit more focused in the mid-range and a little bit more compressed. So by changing that bias control back and forth, you can really fine-tune the overall vibe of the pedal. Now down here we've got a nice big foot switch control to turn the pedal off and on, input, output, and a 9-volt DC jack up on the top here. And it's worth noting that these new Revolution series pedals, these do not have an internal battery compartment, so you will have to use an external 9-volt power supply for this pedal. One of the coolest features of Joyo's new Revolution series pedals is these lighting effects they have. Personally, I think they look really cool, but they do serve a practical purpose. If you're using one of these pedals, and let's say you've got it on your pedal board, and you're playing in a dark club in a dark stage, this allows you to get a really good lighting reference point for where your pedals are laid out on your pedal board. I'm sure some of you have had that experience where you're in the rehearsal room or you're practicing at home and you're nailing it every time, all of your pedal changes, all of the riffs and everything. Then you go to play an actual show and bam, they shut off all the lights, you can't see anything, you can't see your pedals, you can't see the fretboard, and you're totally lost. It's a bad experience that I wouldn't wish on anybody, and it's one of the reasons why you should practice in the dark when you're getting ready for a show. And the other thing you can do, of course, is have cool lights on your pedal board. Okay, so if you guys are familiar with the Joyo pedals, you know that they offer a really good value, and this pedal here is no exception. You can get this for less than $50. As always, I'll put some links in the video description below, but right now I'm seeing this going for about $48.99. So the pedal's a really good value, and of course it looks really cool, but let's go ahead and plug it in and listen to how it sounds. Now, for this demo, I'm going to use the clean channel on my Black Star ID Core amplifier. It's got a very nice neutral clean channel, so we can really listen to just the tone of the pedal. All right, let's check it out. Alright guys, so that's the new Uzi high gain distortion pedal from Joyo. Now I really like the bias control on this pedal. It is not as aggressive as a control as the EQ controls are, but it does let you, like I said earlier, kind of fine tune the tone of the pedal and maybe get some tones that other pedals can't get. Another thing I want to mention here is if you don't like the lighting effects on the pedal, there is a little switch on the back of the pedal that you can adjust here. So you can have the lights just completely turned off, or you can have them only on when you activate the pedal, or you can have them on all the time. And you just pick your choice here with this little switch on the back. This is like the 5th or 6th Joyo pedal that I own. I've got some of the older ones, and I've got a couple of these new Revolution series pedals. They've got all metal construction. All of the knobs always feel really solid. There are several that I've had for a few years, and I've never had them crap out on me, so the durability definitely seems to be there. And I really like the fact that these days they're coming out with their own new pedals as opposed to copying more traditional pedals like they've done in the past. Alright guys, that's it for today. I'll put some links in the video description below for you to check out if you want to find that specific pedal. Also, I'd love to hear what you think of the pedal or the other Joyo products. And as always guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you soon.